The following is a special live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And because I haven't updated the graphics for this one in a while, is presented by HockeyTournaments.com. Are you looking to schedule your 2022-2023 tournament? Yes! It's time to discuss 2023. You want the best teams for your tournament? Well, HockeyTournaments.com has the package for you, no matter where you are in the contiguous North American between El Paso, Texas, and Whitestone, or Yellowstone, Canada, or whatever. HockeyTournaments.com has the right package for you. You want the best teams? You want to know where to play in your area? Go to HockeyTournaments.com and talk to Mr. Dave Gardner about the package. It's best to get your tournament out there because at some point we'll be able to travel without fear of pretty much anything except for everything else. So HockeyTournaments.com is the best place for you to find a tournament for you and your buddies to play in, or if you're organizing a tournament, to get your name out there for thousands of potential teams and players depending on what you want to do. That's HockeyTournaments.com. There's the best commercial he's ever had for that. He's not even watching. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 23rd day of January 20 to 22nd. This is the first of probably 3 or 4 things that we'll do on a Sunday. This is going to be very unconventional. I mean, yes, we're going to play a game. It'll be between the 75-76 New York Islanders and the Philadelphia Flyers from January 4th, 1976, the bicentennial year. But I'm going to go through slowly how Strat-o-Matic hockey works. I'm going to take some time to show you some cards, and then we're going to go through a complete game and how I play the game. Now, I'll answer some questions if you have some questions related, but we're not going to change any graphics or add anything to it. And yes, it looks clunky and old, and, well, it's Strat. And there are good things about Strat, and there are bad things about Strat, and they're both going to become quite apparent, I think, over the next hour and a half or so. But I figured that if you played some Strat-o-Matic hockey, are curious about Strat-o-Matic hockey, curious about how the PC game plays, or just want to cough all over Aaron Rodgers in the chat, this is a good way to do that. So let's get right to it. And again, we're going to show you some cards and then play a game in super detailed. And we'll show you some options in that, but pretty much how I play and enjoy Strat-o-Matic hockey. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Okay, so I cut off parts of the screen here because I can see what's there, and the top is definitely cut off. Anyway, so let's go through the options in a game, first of all. League options. Okay, so this is how I have my... Oh, you know what? It would be helpful if I do this. So you're going to see my mouse. Normally I don't do the mouse thingy for this, but all right. So here's how I have my league options set. You can change them for every year, and of course with Strat-o-Matic, the rosters are installed on the install file. You don't need to reinstall the game every time, and of course Strat gives you a code to unlock rosters. And don't forget to deauthorize them when you're done, or move it to another computer, or else it becomes a pain in the tushy. Okay, so I always have the card image options turned on. I play, just rule number 1 for all the Strat games, I play these games as if they were a card and dice game. Okay, so show cards in notebook, show cards during game, I have those checked. Show board game info, I have that checked. Show roster panels, I'm not sure why I have that checked, but they are. Detail play-by-play, I don't. Auto close shot window, no. Auto action card, no. You can move along the process quite quickly. Animate puck, yes. Use sounds, yes. Show player picture, no. And I use the old interface because you can move it around. Show time remaining on penalty clock? I don't. And one of the things I know is tricky in the game is the whole how do you run the penalties playing super advanced on the tabletop. And so we're going to show you how to do that. I am well, Buckshot Kid. How are you? So for the computer, when it plays by itself, they change cards every 2, forward lines every 2, and defensive every 4. I do 5 and 7. Rules. I'm glad you're doing well. Rules. No overtime. That's all default. No point for overtime loss. No subs on coincidental minors. Action, skate, and clear because it's a super-handed or super advanced power play. The rule for end minor penalty on power play goal because that's the way it was. And the face-off after penalty rule before 2009, it does not move. Lineups, we use 17 skaters. We do use rest. This is not an as-played replay. It would be hard to do, I suppose. So the computer chooses my rosters, and I can kind of mix and match from there. I do not allow injuries. And so I limit injuries to current game. I don't use auto transactions. And I stop and other lineup options. Prompt to remember home team line changes. I don't have that. And I don't use the 3-1-2-4 lines at home. It's my decision on what, because I coach both teams. Autoplay. Show game starting a box score, and I don't made the mistake with this one of not saving box score and game highlights. That was bad. Max rules. I don't use any of these. There is no home rink advantage. I want to play as close to the cards and dice game as I can. But if you so choose, you can have a home rink advantage. You can have a skater fatigue system, alternate passing system, support low penalty minutes, use the enforcer rule, alternate penetration system, don't force shorthanded skating breakaway, scale injury duration, and increase fights. None of those are checked. I want to play the game as close to out of the box as I can. And that really doesn't matter. All right, so let's walk you through a card, shall we? Let's walk you first through a goalie card. And yes, you can see just how crappy the Islanders have played for me. 14, 15, and 8. We have 36 points, and I believe the game we're going to do is from January 4th, 1976. Players in blue are the goalies. So here is how, I'm going to wait, a goalie card is. You can't see the name because somebody idiot cut it off. So it says Billy Smith and NYI, and I think you can change that. Okay, so now what you see is fatigue is 5. Billy can play in 5 straight games without being tired. That's pretty much the computer goes back and forth. But if you were playing this on the tabletop, he could start 5 consecutive games and be fresh. His assist rating is a 1, which isn't very good. There are goalie assists. We'll talk about that later. His penalty rating is a C, which for a goalie is terrible. You don't want your goalies in the sin bin. His suggested starts percentage is 47%. So if you were doing a replay, he would probably start about 38 games. And Chico Resch would start the other 40. So now, let's read the card here. It's a 2, on a goalie rating result, it's a 2d12. And so he has a goal, 1 to 6. And that 6 would be a 20-sider dice that you'd roll, or flip the split chart deck. A 3 is a save any defensive player. A 4, save any forward. A 5, he forces a face-off. A 6 is a goal. A 7 is a goal. An 8, a save either defenseman. A 9 is a rebound, and you flip the split deck chart, which we'll go through later. A 10 is a face-off with a star. And so if he's fatigued in the game, so either 4 goals allowed 1 period or 6 overall, that face-off turns into a goal. 11, this is where the penalty rating comes in. On an outside shot, it's a save, and if you roll the D20 and it's a 1 to 6, the Islanders are going to get a breakaway chance. If it's an in or a breakaway, it's a save in a hole face-off, And Smith gets a penalty if he rolls between a 1 or a 12. He slashed somebody, the stupid idiot. And a 12, a save, another defenseman. And obviously, with 2d6, the most common results are going to be 7, 8, 9. Or 6, 7, and 8, because that's what it adds up to there. Tells you how many games he played, how many minutes he played, his goals against average, how many empty net goals he allowed, how many shutouts, the number of shots he faced, the number of real-life goals against, his save percentage, he did have an assist, and how many penalty minutes the bum got. So that's how a goalie card works. Come on. Open up. Bryan Trottier, my favorite player. Let's show you how. Oh, I have to redraw this. So hold on a sec. Oh, well, you know what? You're going to have to watch me redraw it because I can't put the trouble screen up and do this at the same time. So it's going to go dark for a minute. I'm still here. Nothing like doing this on the fly. All right. Okay. Now you can see the card in full. All right, so Bryan Trottier, 76. Of course, the years listed as the year that they played the Cup, so 75, 76. NYI, New York Islanders, tendency. Now, this has to do with penetration. He's a 4-star player, and there's a chart, if you're using Super Advanced, to do that. Basically, there's a hint in the game. You'll see, won't see. There's a hidden 30-sided dice roll, and if it's between 25 and 30, he's forced to pass. We'll get into it. His intimidation rating. Now, I is a 4, and you'll see that come into play during the game, which means that on a split deck chart, if he has a chance to intimidate, a 1 to 4 means he's knocked the opposing player off the puck that's trying to penetrate, or as you'll see coming up. Skating. Short-handed. He plays a lot of penalty kill situations. He can skate with the puck on a split deck roll or D20 roll of 1 to 14. That 1 in parentheses means if you roll a 1 or get the split card deck of a 1, he's got a breakaway on a short-handed bid. Very good. Face-off rating. You're either a 0, 1, 2, or 3. Trotz is a 2. He's very good on face-offs, and so he's going to win the majority of those. We'll get into that during the game. His assist rating is a 7, and we'll slow that down during the game itself. His position is center. His offense is a 4. Strat-o-Matic rates their players 1, 2, 3, or 4. 4 being the very best, 1 being me. His defense in even strength situations is a 3, and I believe it's a 4 on either power plays and penalty kills. His penalty rating is a D, and that's good. He's not going to go to the box very often. We'll talk about how that happens in a moment. And his breakaway penetration rating is a 4. That's the very best. If he's got a breakaway or penetration chance, he's always going to do it. Now, there are 3 types of shots in every Strat-o-Matic game, and it doesn't matter whether you're playing basic, advanced, or super advanced. Outside, inside, and rebound. Now, again, when you roll the dice for the shot attempt, every 8 is a save and a rebound. And you would flip the split card deck, and it would tell you where the rebound goes, okay? So, obviously, outside, your chances of scoring aren't great. Trottier has a 1 to 4 goal chance on a 2, a goal plus on a 1, and that is for a power play. If you see the plus, that's a goal on a power play. If not, it's a save and a face-off. He takes a shot on a 4 or 5, which is taken by the defense. A 6, that L means the shot is wide, and who comes up with it is a defensive left wing. That's pretty powerful to put that on a 6. On a 7 outside, it's a save right defense. On an inside and a rebound, that's a goalie rating. And we showed you how the goalie card works, and you roll the 2d12 for that. 8 is always a save and a rebound. 10 outside is a goalie rating. 11 is a save, a center. And 12 is a goalie rating on the power play. Inside, he's got a goal chance on a 2 on a power play, a 3, a 7, 11 on a power play, and a 12. And on a rebound or breakaway, he's got a goalie rating on a 3, 4, 7, power play goal chance on a 2, a goalie rating on a 12, and if you roll an 11 on a breakaway or rebound, it's a 1 to 15. Passing. Now, this is because he's a 4 offense, all of his passing attempts are going to be good. It's A, B, C, and D. So if you get a passing A for Trottier, it would be an inside shot for the right wing, and the left D would intimidate. We'll explain all that. So, I don't know what a 12... Oh, great pass. So if Trottier gets a chance to pass, it's going to be complete. Now, defense. Let's break this down. First of all, defense between 7 and 11 is going to be a penalty check. The lower the grade of your penalty, in this case Trottier is a D, everybody on an opponent defense in 11 is going to get a penalty. Okay, that's it. But beyond that, you can either get a penalty or take away the puck, TP-OSO, outside shot only. So the higher your penalty rating, the more likely when you get into that 7, 8, 9, and 10 that you're going to draw a penalty. And they can be matching and they can be fights, and we'll get into that during the game. Defense 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Trottier, he takes away the puck. And on a 1 or 2, he's got an automatic inside shot, pending if he passes the intimidation check. On a 3 or 4, he takes away the puck and has an outside shot. And on a 5 or a 6 opponent defense, he gives up an outside shot for the left wing or the right wing. Opponent defense 12, 13, and 14 come up on the power play or penalty kills. On a 12 or 13, he takes it away, but on a 14, he gives up an outside shot. Any questions so far? Before we actually get into the game. I know that's a lot to go through. And it tells you the player statistics. He played in 80 games, scored 32 goals, 63 assists for 95 points. He had 11 power play goals. He's going to shatter that in this replay. 1 shorty, took 178 shots, a shooting percentage of 18%, and only had 21 penalty minutes because he was a choir boy at this point of his career, something that was not the case later on, especially when he had Bossy on the wing. Any questions? All right, let's set up a game. I'm not sure how much of this you can see. Okay, so you're not going to see it. Go to new, scheduled, play selected game. You've selected the... Yes, you get to watch me lose to the Flyers. So here is this screen, and you can save all the play-by-play. I forgot to do it at the start. I coach both teams. So, and I play fair, as you can tell, because my record is not that great. So you check the rosters, and so, oops, I don't have Andre St. Laurent. The computer has benched him for the day. I got to remember that. But instead, I have Ralph Stewart, and I'll take that. I always play who the computer tells me to play. We only have 2 goalies, so they're both checked. And today, Chico Resch is my starting goalie, and Billy Smith is my backup. Okay? The Flyers, no Rick McLeish today. I don't change anything with this. So Wayne Stevenson is starting for the Flyers, and Gary Innes is the backup. Looks like Terry Crisp is in for Rick McLeish today. Let's see if we can, how much of this can you see? Well, close enough. All right, so there's offensive and defensive settings for both teams, and in the computer, it does it line by line. Normally, I would suggest everyone play a 2 offense and a 2 defense. That's pretty much the most common way to do it on the tabletop. The 2 offense is neutral, and it's 2 forecheckers on defense. And that's how you would read most of the cards. So this will change line by line. So the default for the first line for the Islanders is a 3 and a 3. It is high-octane offense. It is a heavy-risk, heavy-reward offense. The Flyers are also going to go with a 3 and a 3. Again, a high-risk, high-reward offense for the Flyers. First thing it shows you is the face-off ratings for all the players that can take a face-off. And Bobby Clarke, of course, being an excellent face-off man for the Flyers, is a 3. That's the best you can do. Trotz is a 2. On the wing with Trotz on his first line, Billy Harris is a 1, and the late, great Clark Gillies, who we're also honoring with this, really shouldn't be taking face-offs. Bill Barber and Reggie Leach, Dave Gardner's good friend, is a 0. And so with all that, let's do this. So the text is going to be on the right, and it's going to pretty much tell you on the cards. So the puck is dropped. Clark is a +1. The roll's a 17. So Brian Trottier, I thought, will get the puck. He flips it over to Billy Harris, and what you can't see, oh yeah, you can because my mouse is there. That next action, you take it and you flip a card. Now, 35 fast action cards is a period. In this tabletop game, it's 30, and I wish the game had the option to go 30 cards in a period. But to get the right power play numbers to make it more accurate, it's a 35-card period. So, possible breakaway, New York in control. Gillies, it's an automatic breakaway. He takes the shot. He rolls a 7. It's a save in the center. And so it just immediately reads the column for you and rolls the dice. You rolled the 7, so it's a shot on net. And Bobby Clarke will take it away. So Bobby Clarke, who's a 5D, will take the next card. Passing A. Inside shot for Reggie Leach. Jerry Hart can intimidate. Now, regardless of how good or bad their intimidation reading is, I always try, because even a 1 player, 14 is best, I think. 1 is the worst. They can always try to get away with the penalty check. Here, it's 1-8. I don't want Reggie Leach to be shooting anything. So this would be a split deck check. On the computer, that doesn't matter. Opponent takes away puck. Possible penalty. Oh, dear. So the dice roll was a 20, so that's a penalty for anybody. And so the dice roll on the checking Hart's grade is a B. You would cross-check that. It's an 8. It's a 2-minute bench penalty on the defensive team. So somebody got their knickers in a twist already. And I'll have Gillies kill the penalty. So for this, and a minute 2, I let the computer check who they want out there on the ice. And so the face-off will come in the Islander zone. Now, on the get-go, hi, Zeldaron, how are you? Thanks for the follow, and Ryan77. On the board game, there's 22 squares, and you're going to count backwards from 22 to 0. Glad to have you along. Hope you find this at least fun. All right, so on the super advanced power play, Bobby Clarke is a 3 already, and he gets a 3 more advantage because they're on the power play. Zalapsky Smurf, how are you? So Trotty and Westfall, I think, takes the face-off here. They're both 2, but Clark's going to have a +4 advantage. So if you were reading off the chart, it's a +3 advantage. Face-off is in the Islander zone. So we take the face-off. It is indeed Westfall. And an 11 goes to Bill Barber. Now, Bill Barber can do 3 things here. He can shoot from the outside, and as you can see, he's got a 6% chance at a goal, a 69% chance to rebounder to a defender, or a 14% chance for a rebound. He can pass, and a 72% chance of a pass. A successful pass will move the puck inside to another forward, generally. And they may or may not be intimidated on the pass. Or he can penetrate. So if he does that, if I decide to penetrate, you look on the short-handed chart, and it's a 48% chance he gets past his defender. There's a 26% chance that the Islanders could take the puck away, or there's a 27% chance that he must pass. And that would be if the dice roll is between 25 and 30, I think. I'm going to pass because I have a 72% chance of getting a better shot. We flip the split deck check. He loses the puck. Defensive right wing has control. Barber made a bad pass. And you can see right there in the card, split card reading, passing section, against short-handed, and it tells you the play. So Trottier, okay, there are 4 things I can do short-handed. I've only taken 2 clicks off my penalty clock. I can take a card, and I believe that takes 7 ticks. The bad news is I'm probably going to give up the puck and give the Flyers a good chance. I can somehow move my crap around here. I can skate. And again, on a 1 to 14 on the 20-sided die roll, I keep the puck. It takes, I think, 3 off of that. But if I get a 1, I get a short-handed chance. I can clear. I never clear. I think it takes 5 off. Or I can ice, which I think takes 6 or 7 off that timer and forces the Flyers to regroup, and they may not get the puck back. I think that's what trips a lot of people up. That doesn't mean the Flyers get a shot out of here. Now, I have a house rule. Since I haven't flipped a card, I'm going to skate. So if I get between a 1 to 14, I've killed off some time, but I want to see if I can get that short-handed chance. I rolled a 16 and I lost the puck. So here come the Flyers. Now, it will select a player for you. Bill Barber. Now, you can choose anyone you want, but it tells you how many goals that they had. He had 50, so I agree with that selection. How many shots on goal he has in the game, and we just started, so it's none. What their offensive ratings are. You want to go for the highest one, of course. And any shots means that there is a chance that there could be a breakaway shot. So I'm going to choose Barber. Now again, same as before. I can have Barber penetrate, pass, or shoot. This time, I'm going to penetrate. And he's going to have to pass. And he lost it, and anybody has the puck for the Islanders. Not Bill Barber's best power play. So on that 30-sided die, he rolled a 26. He must pass. You flip the card, and it's not always bad. He lost it to anybody. Now, you see that Denny Potvin is the player that's automatically selected. Now, let's go through why. He's got a pass rating, which is his assist rating and the best pass on his card. So his assist rating is 8, which is the best of them all, and an L, which means he has the possibility of making a great pass. His opponent defense is 2, so there's a better chance that he's going to get away with not losing the puck. And his opponent penalty rating is a D, so he's not going to get slashed. But we're going to always go with the highest passing rating that you can. They have the best chance to quarterback it. So it's going to be Potvin, and it shows you all his stats in there. So Potvin will take the puck. Now, Potvin does not have a short-handed possibility, so I'm never going to skate with him. That's just the way I choose to play it. If you want to, go ahead. Same 1 to 14, which is pretty high. But for me, there's really no advantage of him being able to skate. So I'm going to ice it. And you read the split card. Puck ice, short-handed defense, left defense 13, takes away pucker, outside shot for power play, right wing. So Dennis Potvin is a player. You read his 13. He takes away the puck. We flip a card. So you see, I believe that 6 came off the board. So we're halfway through the penalty of Gillies. Again, any questions, go ahead and ask. Yeah, Jamie, this is my favorite hockey game too. I'm going to ice the puck again. Same thing, right wing 12 to Trottier, and Trottier takes away the puck. Now, I believe that's a 5. So now 14 of those 22 are gone. So I have a decision to make here. What do I want to do? Do I want to try and skate with Trottier to kill and maybe get a shorthanded chance, or do I want to ice it? I want to skate, because that's what I do. And he can't skate again. He lost the puck. Now, Bobby Clark is the automatic player chosen. I wouldn't choose Bill Barber either. The bum has lost the puck twice. Clark can take the shot. Doesn't have a very good chance to do it. I don't want to penetrate with him. Look, he's only got a 32% chance of moving inside. At some point, someone's going to make a pass, Jimmy Garoppolo. So Clark will pass. Inside shot for any player, and the opponent can intimidate. Now, if Bill Barber had made that pass, I could have passed it over to Bobby Clark, and there wouldn't be anybody there to intimidate because there's no center. I'm going to give it to Bill Barber. Okay? Now, Barber can get the inside shot, but Brian Trottier has a chance to intimidate. We showed you this on the card. It's 1-4. So you would flip the split deck card, and if it's a 1-4, Trotz takes it away. It's a 15. He does not. So Barber gets the inside shot. Remember, the pluses are good. He shoots, save, lefty. And he gets over to Potvin. That took 3 ticks on the penalty kill. Potvin will ice it. Power play team has control. Outside shot only for Andre Dupont. Dupont gets a save and a rebound. He rolled an 8. I do not do the deflect the outside shot because I really don't know how it works. So they flip the rebound card. They put on some new lines. Any offensive player that's a 4. Now, I'll fix the lines in a minute. The computer changed the lines, okay? So it tells me who my choices are. Ross Lonsbury or Orest Kendrachuk. Well, 26 goals is how I would do it. And he's going to read from the rebound breakaway column here on Chico. So lots of good chances. He rolls a 7. That's a goalie rating. And Resch rolled a 5. So he makes the save, and it goes to any forward. Now, I already had the second line out there. So again, we went through this before. Who is my best passer? It's Drouin. Jules Drouin. He's a 5 and an L. And so that's who I'm going to give the puck to. So he starts behind the net. Now, I do changes every 5 for forwards and 7 for defense. And since I play at both teams, I'm putting the first line defenders back on for the next 2 cards. You can do 2 and 4. You can have the computer do it for you. This is just the way I play. Now, you noticed that the Islanders, their offense changes per line. They go to a 2 and a 1. That's pretty defensive there. The Flyers will press. It's that risk-reward. 3 and a 3. I could go through and change everybody to 2 and 2, but I haven't done that yet. So, Drouin has the puck. We take the card. Inside shot for right wing to Westfall. Wansbury has a chance to intimidate on the passing D. Ross, 1-6 on the intimidation. Lowers the shoulder, doesn't get it. So Westfall has an inside shot. 2-7, 12-8. He rolled a 6, and much to my frustration, it is shot wide and controlled by the Flyer right defense. Now it's about 35 seconds for every card flip. So there's 16:47. We flip the card. Opponent defense 9. Now, Jerry Hart His penalty rating is a B. Oh, we got a penalty shot here. That's one you don't get very often, and I'm not sure how you get it. But he rolled a 2 on a dice roll, so he gets a penalty shot. So Hart's penalty rating is a B. So remember I told you about the 7 to 11? So the only way he escapes a penalty on a penalty check is on a 7. 8 through 11, they're all penalties. But so they give up the penalty shot. Any questions? Who's going to take it? Is it Bladden? Is it Tom Bladden? Okay. It is Tom Bladden. Now it's a rebound breakaway shot. And Chico made the save. But I'm not sure if a 10 or a 12 would be a goalie rating or a goal chance or not. But the Flyers had a good player that did it. So Hart got the stick in, and Bladden couldn't convert. And so now we go up for a face-off. And so we've played 7 cards. We're going to put on new defenders. So Jean Potvin and Dave Lewis, Andre Dupont, and Joe Watson are on the ice. Kinderchuk versus Druin. Druin has the advantage, but the Flyers won the face-off. And again, I go to my best passer. That's Kinderchuk. Now, he can do a couple different things here. He can pass, and he's a good passer, but my opponent's defense is a 1, and he's a 4. So I got a 49% chance of taking the inside shot, so I'm going to penetrate. But he's going to pass. He rolled a 26. He loses the puck, and Parise has it. So Parise flips the card. Lose puck, inside shot for any player, but my opponent can intimidate. We're going to try Dornhofer. Westfall can intimidate. Parise can intimidate. And he does on a 1, 2, or 3, or you'll see. What's he roll? A 12. He can't take it away. Dornhofer has a close shot on Resch. And Gary saving a rebound. He rolled the 8. So you flip over the split deck chart. And it goes to Dave Lewis, who you don't want handling the puck, trust me. Dave flips a card. Inside shot from my other defenseman, Jean Potvin. Dupont can intimidate. Andre has a 1 to 9 chance, so a 65% chance of knocking Jean Potvin off the puck. Can he do it? No. Possible penalty, and Dupont, being a bad boy, forces the power play. So Jean puts the stuffing back in his shoulder pads, and Dupont goes to the sin bin here. So there are 2 power play and penalty kill lines automatically set. I let the game take care of that. And so it's going to bring out Trottier, Harris, and Gillies for the Islanders. Clark and Kinderchuk for the Flyers. And I don't have fatigue turned on. I do try to manage minutes, but we don't have fatigue turned on. So here we go. Face-off is in the Flyer zone. If the Islanders win the face-off, and Trottier will be a +2 here because he's be a 5 and Clark is a 3. Then, again, I can either take... I have a chance at an outside shot. Face-off is a 19. So Clark gets thrown out. Woohoo! So now a 5 to 1 chance. I win the face-off. Billy Harris. I rolled an 8. And so Harris has the puck. Now, again, Harris can pass, or he can penetrate, or he can shoot. I want to pass. Do I get burned? No. Passing J. Cross ice pass to Gillies. No intimidation. Gillies gets a goalie rating and scores! Clark Gillies. So 1 assist would be from Harris. there'll be an assist card that pops up. So Gillies, on a game that's kind of dedicated to him, gets the goal. And it's a 1 assist only. Now, this looks kind of tricky. It says 1 assist and he got the pass from Harris. But if it was 2, you read them like this. Any. Does any player have a 6 or above? And yeah, it'd be Trotty who would get the other assist. Your left wing, if he's a 4 or higher, well, he scored, so he's not going to get an assist. The right wing can't get a second assist, although that's a 2. Then you go left defense if he was a 3, and a center, and there'll be one more if he was a 5, and then the other player a 1. So that's how you read the assist card. But Gillies from Harris, and we score on the power play. Now, 10 cards in, third line will come in with a second line defense. So the Flyers will play a 3 offense and a 2 defense, and we'll continue to turtle at 2 and 1. No, I don't want Stewart. I want Henning. Henning gets the promotion with St. Laurent out. So Henning is with Gary Howitt, who will get in a fight at some point, and Bobby Nystrom, who might get in a fight, against Dave Schultz, Terry Crisp, and Don Selesky. Face off. Crisp's a +1, so the Flyers will win that. DuPont will take a card. He loses the puck. Inside shot for any player. Opponent will intimidate. Nystrom is who I would go with. The computer selects that anyway, but I could go with any of those players. Don't go with Dave Lewis. So Dave Schultz has an intimidating of 15. He's going to take the puck away, but I'll see if I can start a fight here. Opponent takes away the puck. Possible penalty. Yep, he hit him too hard. And now we have an extra player as the Flyers were bad. I'll take off Terry Crisp. And it's 4 and 2. So Schultz gets 4 for being a bad boy. Nystrom gets 2 for being a bad boy. And Terry Applecrisp serve the extra penalty. Now, what should happen in real hockey is that you go 4 on 4 for 2 minutes. It's not what happens here. You serve the power play immediately. So the second power play line comes on, Drouin, Parise, and Westfall against Barber and Lonsberry. So we'll just do this on a face-off. We've only played 11 cards, and I've been on 44 minutes. How about that? So 5 +5 for that. Westfall has it in territory. Now Westfall, this time we're just going to take the shot. So Westfall has an outside chance, and he rolls a 4. He lost it wide to the right D. So the Flyers can kill. Bladden, remember, he doesn't have a short-handed chance, so I'm going to ice it. Flip the card, puck outside shot only for Jerry Hart. 212 is what I want. Nope, 7, shot wide. Right wing will take it. Lonsberry, again, he can skate well, but there's really no point in doing that, so we're going to ice it. We've taken 6 off the clock already. Right D 13, Tom Bladden gives up an outside shot, so Jules Drouin can take it. I'm going to pass because that's my best chance. Inside shot for the left wing, Parise, no intimidation, 1-on-1 against Stevenson. 12's an automatic goal, but he rolled a 3, and it's a save for the right wing. They flip a card. Lonsberry cannot have a short-handed chance. He will ice. Outside shot only for Dave Lewis. So the puck was iced, and Lewis can't score at all. Now, this will be a loose puck. He rolled a 2, which is a save and controlled by the defensive center, but there is no defensive center. So on the split deck card, there is a loose puck, and it's recovered by the power play team. It's an outside shot for the center. So Drouin again. This time Jude is going to pass it. He flips the card. Inside shot for any player. We're going to go for Westfall. You can't pass it to yourself. Westfall by Bill Barber. 1-5 is what we're looking for in the bottom right here. Barber takes it away. He got a 3, and 2 cards come off the board. Now, Barber does have a scoring chance here if he rolled a 1 on a skate. But with the power play almost over, he's just going to end it. And Barber has it. Power plays are over. Now, 4th line will come on. In the 70s, they only played with 3. So my 3rd line defensive pair is already on the ice. It's who I want. We're going to go with Ralph Stewart, Bill McMillan, and Clark Gillies, because Gillies is pretty fresh. Now, I forget who hasn't played for the Flyers, so I want to take the players that haven't played. Mel Bridgman, Bob Kelly, and Jack... Yeah, him. Well, Mahargy is the 3rd line defender. Okay. So I can go Bridgman at center. Kelly on the left wing. And now I can choose who I want as a right wing. I'll put in Terry Sugarcrisp. Although I think he's my 3rd line center, so let me guess that again. Dornhofer. All right, so we're all set, and this is my alignment for the next 5 cards. So Kelly will take the puck. 1-0 Islanders. Possible breakaway. Left Eves a 4. No. He's a 3rd line defender. He's going to lose the puck, and Marshall will take it. Britt Marshall is not who you want handling the puck. Opponent defense 11, and that's always a penalty. And boys will be boys. We'll take Mel Bridgman off the ice because he's not going to kill anything anyway. We got 4 and 2. Ooh! We got a misconduct. And so it's a 12-minute penalty. So the Islanders go on the power play for 2 minutes. So it's 2 for whatever Jack did, and then 10 because he rolled bad. So 1st line power play is on. For you guys that are still watching, how much more explanation do you want? So again, face off. Trottier will have an advantage, but it won't be much because Clark is so good. It's a 10, so it'll go to Denny John Potvin, and we'll take the card. Opponent defense 13. Jimmy Watson takes away the puck. Oh, and because the Schultz penalty is over, we now switch lines, which is fine. So Andre Dupont. I don't want him to skate. We'll ice it. Power play iced. Outside shot only for Jerry Hart. And he rolled a 10. So it's a save anybody. So now the Flyers need to determine who they want with the puck. Bill Barber is a 6 and an L passing. So he's the one that's selected. I'll agree with that. So Barber has the puck. Now, Barber has a short-handed chance. So we're going to skate. We're halfway through the regular penalty to Bridgman. Barber gets a 6. And he flipped a card. Now, again, this is a house rule just for me. If he passes the skating check and he flips another fast action card, yeah, I don't think I'll do the whole game this way. I let him try to skate again. I tried to give him a second chance to roll for that 1. He rolled a 10. Now, he successfully skated, but since he didn't flip over the card, he's down to 4 on that ticker. I'm going to ice the puck. The puck is iced. Intercepted by the power play team. Parise has an inside shot. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. No, 11. Save left wing. And we flip the card. Now, again, I can skate with Barber and see if I can give him the shorthanded chance. Or with 3, I just want to end the damn power play. It is iced. Lonsberry gives up an outside shot. Parise again, so the power play isn't over. Parise gonna pass it. Passing Jay, inside shot to Drouin. No intimidation. Drouin rolls a 10. That's a goalie rating, and that's a goal. So Jude Drouin gets a power play goal on Wayne Stevenson. Remember, a GR plus is a goalie rating plus, and that's only a goalie rating on a power play. And Stevenson, on the goalie card, it doesn't matter what situation they're in. So it should be, see if we get 2 assists here. Yep, Parise, who made the first pass, and then you would read left defense higher than a 4. No. Left wing, well, Parise already has an assist. Center, Drouin scored. Right D more than 5? No. Right wing 2? Yes, Westfall. So that's how you go through the assists. Power play's over. I've played 20 cards. So I go line 3 for both. Oh, who's in the penalty box? Oh, McClarkey. You can choose, if in the pull-down box, if your player's in the box, you can just choose whoever is there. And again, I don't want Ralph Stewart. All right, so here we go. Henning versus Coco Crisp. Terry wins it. Goes to good enough. Flips the card. Opponent defense 9 on 40er. And now the Islanders are going to go on a penalty. The dice roll is a 7. I think it's a D20. Someone will tell me if I'm wrong. And so the Flyers will go on the power play. So I believe this is their second line. Kinderchuk, Crisp, and Leach. With Watson good enough. Harris, Parise, Marshall, and Lewis for the Islanders. So Kinderchuk is going to be a +3, because you can't be more than that. He's a 1 generally on face-offs. Well, he'll get the max. So +4, 14. Philadelphia wins it again. I go with Kinderchuk. He's the best passer on the ice. And he will take a card. On the card, I didn't mention, there's a power play and a short-handed. So you would read off the power play part with that. Does the computer change the men? So, I let the computer do it for the power plays and the penalty kills. But I change every 5 cards for the forwards and 7 for the defense. The computer, if it was playing by itself, it's 2 and 4. But no, you can have the computer do all that for you if you want. Inside shot for left wing. Bill Harris can intimidate. So Crisp will get the shot. Harris tries to get the shoulder down. He does not. So Terry gets the shot on to Chico. 2-7-8 is what you want. He rolled an 11. Save. Left wing. Goes to Parise. Now Parise, you see, can you? Yes, you see where that 10 and 2 up there. Now, he's not a great skater, but he's got 2 chances and a short-handed goal. He rolled a 3. So he does skate and does flip the card. Now, do I want to be greedy? The penalty's half over. Yeah, it's the Flyers. I want to be greedy. And he does. He gets a 1. He's got a breakaway, a shorthanded chance for J.P. Parise. Save and a rebound. So he'd flip the split card deck for that. Any defensive player. Well, that's okay. And so again, we're going to give it to Kinderchuk behind the net. He's their best passer. So on the power play, all you can do is flip a card. Passing L. Great pass chance to Reggie Leach and his 61 goals. Inside shot. It could have been a great pass or a bad pass. Inside shot for Leach. Goalie rating on Chico. And Glenn makes the save. It can go to any forward. On that passing L, which came up right there, there's a chart and a hidden dice roll. You could have a bad pass or an okay pass, and it would be an outside shot. A good pass is an inside shot, but a great pass, and Leach could have been right in Glenn Resch's face mask. So Chico makes the save, and I can give it to Parise or Harris. They're both 4L. I'm going to give it to Parise. His opponent defense is a 1. However, the power play is over. And so we're down to the last 10 cards of the period. So now I'll put on the second forward line and the second defensive pairing. And I'll change the defensive pairing after card 28. So Parise has the puck. 6:05 to go first period. Loose puck, outside shot only for Kinderchuk. Kinderchuk takes the shot. Save right D. Now I flubbed this up a little bit. You read the offense down here from Philly and the defense for the Islanders. So Potvin has the puck. It's going to be reading a 2-3 on the fast action card. Opponent defense 11. You know what that's going to be. That's a penalty. My goodness, how many penalties have we had? So again, we put in the power play lines. Clark versus Trottier. And we roll a 20. So Brian Trottier is thrown out. Bill Harris will take it. Even up. And it's won by the Flyers. And Kinderchuk takes control of the puck. Now, Kinderchuk does have a short-handed chance. So we will skate. He rolls a 9. And he flips a card. So we're going to do it again. Kinderchuk rolls a 4. This time he does not flip a card. So he will ice it. Jimmy Watson will take away the puck. Skating 1-8. He does not have a short-handed chance. So Watson will ice, baby. Joe Watson takes away the puck. Same thing. This is how penalties get killed. Oh, icing attempt blocks. Here comes Harris on an inside shot. Harris has a great card, but he rolled a 7. So save, and I can give it to anybody. I'm going to give it to Bobby Clark. Look at that pass rating. He's a 9L. So Clark will just ice it to end the power play. Outside shot only for Trottier as the power play comes to an end. Trottier shoots, save left wing. Stevenson makes the save. The computer will make some changes, and I'll change them myself here. So the last 4 cards of the period. Top line versus top line. Be some tired players at the end of this period. Possible breakaway for the Flyers. LD2. No! Watson needed to be higher than a 2. What is he? He's a 1. And they lose the puck, and Denny Potvin has it. 3 cards left, 1:48 to go. Flip the card, opponent defense 11, and guess what? We've had 8,000 power plays in this first period. The Flyers ate their Wheaties, so we let the computer change the lines. And so, technically, this power play would carry over in the second period. It's true, though. We'll show you the stats in a minute. Oh, my goodness. So, Drouin, and really doesn't matter. Lonsberry, +5 for the Islanders. It's an 8. Eddie Westfall. And Eddie can only take a card. Inside shot for Lewis. Great. Lonsberry. Again, I always go for the intimidation. You can never take the puck away too many times. He does, thankfully. And so Lonsberry is going to ice it. He can skate, but there's no short-handed chance. There's no reason to do it. It is ice. Lonsberry gives up an outside shot. He got the puck back. Parise. Now, I want Parise to pass. He has a 40% chance to penetrate successfully. So I'm going to pass. If you hang on a minute, I'm almost done. So Parise passes. Inside shot for the right wing. Westfall. DuPont can lower the boom. On a power play, he misses because you can't go 2 men down that way. Westfall with a shot. Goalie rating on Stevenson. Save anybody. Defensive player. So Stevenson with a good save. We're down the last card of the period. We give it to Bill Barber, and that's it. Well. So what I do is I look at my reports. Look at all the penalties. We had 11 penalties in the first period, for goodness sakes. The Flyers had an unsuccessful penalty shot. Gillies and Drouin had power play goals. Oh my goodness gracious. So it keeps track of that. It doesn't tell you how the penalties are, but you can always guess. So let's go through the stat package real quick. It keeps track of plus minus, which don't really matter because no one scored an even strength goal. SOG, shot on goals, assist, penalty minutes. Islanders had 6, the Flyers had 22. Power play goals, short-handed goals, face-offs, and wins. AC is action cards. How many cards were they on the ice for the period? And it tracks it down for the game. So poor J.P. Parise was on, and Ed Westfall for 951. They're tired players. TA is takeaway. Hit, that's self-explanatory. SP and AS is any shot. Any questions before we run off? And thank you so much for watching. So hopefully that gave you a good indication of how this game is played. Again, the major differences between this and the regular game is that a period in the regular game is 30 action cards. And for power play purposes, it's 35 in the computer game. And at some point, I'll finish this game and let you know how it turned off. Great stuff. Never playing the board game a lot. Did not know how it all interacts. I think it's a very ingenious design. I think it's a good game. I know there are other games that feel more like hockey. And I'm not going to, there are games that I know other people feel better. But I think I really enjoy it. If I was to say I had a favorite hockey game, this would be the one right here. I like to make decisions. I like the fact that I have a lot of choices to make. I don't feel it's too many. And it's a card and dice feel, and I like having that set up so the game plays fully in your mind. Other games I'd recommend if you like that, or it's a good computer hybrid as well, is In the Crease from Inside Sports. And of course, Appa makes a pretty gosh darn good hockey game, and Dave Gardner does a lot of good videos with it. If you're looking for a quicker play game, Shootout. You can play a full game of that in about 15, 20 minutes, and all sorts of teams come with that. All right, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, we'll go into, again, another Strat sport, and I'll show you how I play. Have a great Sunday, everybody. So long.